Hello, greetings everybody, greetings ladies, gentlemen, and anything else. This is beating people to death with hammers and my awesome concept, which isn't really a concept anymore because I'm actually making it, but like the progress is slow, okay? Don't judge me if it takes a while for it to become an actual thing. But yeah, here's the concept I made for it ages ago. By ages ago I mean like a couple months maybe. Made it with a couple people at like 2 in the morning, I think. I don't really remember. It was kind of funny though. Um, so get ready to see this game slowly devolve as you continue down the list. There's approximately like 100 and something cards to go through. The rules are pretty simple, but the different cards add different rules and it makes it kind of complicated. But let's just okay. Enough of me introducing it. You'll get to see the sort of vibe as we go along here. Okay, so basic gameplay. You got cards, and they do things. Your health. You have health in this game. If you run out of that, you die. You lose. You have your little counters, and if certain cards affect how many counters you have, and if you reach zero, you lose, except in very specific situations, which we'll get to later. You draw cards. You draw a card every turn, unless I find that's too OP in the test games. I haven't run any tests of this game yet, so it might be incredibly unbalanced. But that's kind of like the nature of the game, as you might see later, obviously. I keep saying later because um, explaining the rules now doesn't really do it justice until you actually see the the cards, because they get crazy. If someone asks how to play, they deal one damage to themselves after they get explained the rules. This is just because I feel like punishing people who don't even know how to play. Um, but I'm not going to tell you how the game is played. But if you ask, I will tell you. But just know I'm going to win because you're dealing damage to yourself every time you ask for a rule. Let's just get into the card concepts. So up first we got the hammer, the namesake, does one damage to anyone of your choice. Very nice. If evil person has the gun, take it from them and become evil. They become less evil. Evil is a mechanic we'll get to later. I know I keep saying later, but trust me, it's worth it. Let's just ignore that second part right now. You'll understand it later. But just this is just a basic weapon most of the time. Does one damage to anyone you want around the table. This is the card game played around a table, by the way, which most card games are, but I just thought I'd clarify. Axe does one damage to the person who moves next. So this one you can't choose who you attack, you got to attack the next person. So, you know, don't feel bad about it if you get hit, they don't have a choice. If evil, hit everyone. Evil is like a status condition, as I say again, but if you are evil, you can hit everyone with it, which is awesome. Pitchfork does one damage to someone. Does one bonus damage if you also play a torch, and does double damage to evil people, which is pretty simple there. Torch: make a player show you their hand, then swap a card with one of yours. Can be played at the same time as a pitchfork to do extra damage. You'll see later in the game there are cards that you can combine together. Usually you can only play one card every turn, but if you have a card that combos with another card, you can play both of those, which in turn would allow you to pick up two cards to then match up to the amount of cards that you would usually have. Like, there's a amount of cards you would normally have, but some cards alter that, so we'll get to those later again. Garden Shears. Deal one damage and make the same person choose one card to discard. The amount to this card increases by 1 if you play this with gardening gloves. As you can see, another combo there. And pretty simple card. Deal one damage, make them discard a card. Okay, I realize that I'm over-explaining them too much, so I'm gonna pick up the pace here. But just know, they're crazy, and there's loads of them, so I need to get through them a bit quickly here to make this actually a bit more easy to understand. Okay, gardening gloves. Steal one card of the opponent's choosing. If played with gardening shears, make the enemy discard an extra card. It's pretty simple. Steal one card, and when combined with shears, make them discard one. Riding mower. I like this one. Swap places with someone around the table and deal 1 damage to them. I like it because it disrupts the turn order. So, say you were to swap places with somebody around the room, the person who's next to you, it wouldn't be their turn anymore because you've moved. So it'll be the next person after you move. So it's kind of fun to switch it up a bit. Oh, my bad. Sledgehammer. Deal 2 damage to the person with the most health or most evil person. So if there is an evil person, you do it to them. But evil can stack, which is pretty cool. Deal 2 damage to the person with the most health. Yeah. Okay, the gun. Now, we can already see this game's getting a bit out of hand already. Discard all other cards as soon as you pick up this card. Double your health counters and draw 5 bullet cards. Your turn ends, and you cannot draw any more cards until you run out of bullets. If you're evil, you keep your cards. This is a very good card, probably the best card, because it's the only actual weapon. I try and make the cards not actual weapons because that's kind of boring to make cards actual weapons. So I tried making creative creative versions of weapons, but this is the only card that's actually a weapon, which is cool. And also it's like a little mini game because everybody's gonna in turn gang up on the person who has the gun because it's an unfair advantage. So I like that. Bullet. Deal 4 damage to someone. Can only be obtained by drawing a gun. So this won't be in the actual deck. It'll be in its own separate pile on the side for when someone gets the gun. Yo-yo. Deal 1 damage to 2 people. They must be sitting next to each other, which is cool because it's not just any two random people. You have to be next to each other, which I think is a cool little limitation, even though it doesn't really need it. But I think it's a fun little gimmick anyway. Mini fridge. Draw 3 cards. Simple. Rubber gloves. Gloves. Steal 1 card from both people sitting either side of you. Steal 2 cards if you're in a 1v1. That's pretty nice. Pretty simple as well. Gaming setup. Make everyone reveal all their cards until your next turn. You become Stinky. Stinky's another status effect, by the way. Oh, excuse me. Dishes. Deal 1 damage to the person furthest from you, physically furthest away from you. Not furthest is in turn order, physically furthest from you. At that moment when you play it. And an extra person of your choice if combined with dish soap. So, it targets 2 people, but it targets them separately, which is cool. Dish soap. Oh, excuse me. Oh, hold on. Dish soap. Player of your choice is not allowed to look at their hand until after their next turn. Allows dishes to hit an extra player, which is cool. I like that. Shoes. Politely. Swap this card with someone else's card. Now, if you don't do it politely, you can't do it, okay? It has to be politely. If a majority of the people say that you didn't do it politely, you keep that card in your hand until your next turn. You're not doing anything until you politely ask to swap cards. Pop-Tart. Restore 2 health counters. Never had a Pop-Tart. Doesn't look very appetizing either. Anyway, restores 2 health counters. Half-eaten apple. Restore 1 health counter. Keeps Dr. House away. That's a little teaser for a card coming up later, but don't worry about it. Salt and Pepper Shaker. Doubles a card's damage and effect. Very overpowered. Yes. It is very overpowered. Clay Pot. Deal 1 damage to the person who moves next and draw 1 card. The kind of idea behind it is that I would imagine that the pot would have something inside, and you'd break it over their head, and you'd get the thing that's inside. That's kind of what inspired that for the clay pot. Strong Mental State. Restore 1 health counter and draw 1 card. That's quite nice, Yeah, it's quite cool. Potato. Does nothing. It is a potato. What are you gonna do with a potato? Increases potato gun damage by 2 and played it at the same time, and doubles potato batteries effects. So it's good to combine, but not very good by itself. And you're not often gonna have one of these other cards, so it's gonna be the main objective for those people who have them to steal. So quite nice there. Potato gun. Deal 2 damage to someone. Deals 2 extra damage when using. Jesus Christ, I'm so sorry about that. My headset disconnected. That was weird. I don't even know what happened there. Wait, let me just check. Is things still working? What the hell? That sucked. Jesus Christ. I don't even know what happened. I don't know why I did that. It's not like I ran out of battery. It just disconnected. That's weird. Okay, let me just. Okay, ignore that. Let's continue. Uh, I think I've already explained this one. Yeah, go on. Potato battery. Roll a dice. If the I don't know why I said answer, but like if the result is always 1, 2, or 3, draw that many cards. Double effects when played with potato. Yeah. Tree. Over the next 2 turns, increase your health counters by 1 every time a card is played. The tree will be destroyed early if you are attacked. Yep, makes sense. Coach, enjoy an extra attack, making it do 0 damage. Pretty simple there. Pretty simple card. I like that. Hold on, I'm just gonna check again. Is the mic still working? Yeah, it's okay. We're fine. We're hanging out. We're chilling. Okay, awesome. Forgive me, everybody. Forgive me. Um, I haven't used this headset before, and I don't know why it disconnected. Um, yeah. Okay, so here's Lego Star Wars Complete Saga for PlayStation 3. It does nothing, although you must reveal it to everyone. When someone else reveals they have the Xbox 360 edition, both players draw Lego lightsaber cards. And as you could probably tell from that, we have the Lego Star Wars Complete Saga for Xbox 360. It does nothing, although you must reveal it to everyone. And when someone else reveals that they have the PlayStation 3 edition, both players draw Lego lightsaber cards. And if you can tell by that, we also got the Lego lightsaber card, and it deals 5 damage to only people with Lego Star Wars Complete Saga. It's also very cool, and the death is forever. This doesn't mean anything right now, but it will later. If evil, instant kill. So if the person's evil, you just take them out. Power drill, 2 damage, and then 2 more damage. If anyone says this card does 4 damage, they instantly lose. Minecraft Tome of Undying. Revive someone up to 2 health. You can't revive someone if they haven't got at least 50 hours on Minecraft or died in a Lego lightsaber duel. So if we go back to Lego lightsaber, this death is forever means you cannot be revived by other cards. So it adds like a cool little fun thing to um, the little lightsaber duel that you get. Anyway, um, they must provide like proof if they've got 50 hours of Minecraft, because they could just lie about that. Wallet, draw 3 money. Money. Use this to bribe someone into giving you one of their health counters. Once the economy is in play, this effect is gone and the card is used as currency. So there is an economy, but that's way later. That's like at the end, and we're not even halfway through yet. So another hammer. Deal 1 damage once, not twice. If you say this card attacks twice, you must immediately get rid of all of your tools. I mean, that's never going to happen, but you might as well. Just like, not. Okay, force evil person to tell a joke. I thought that was just a funny little thing to add on the end there. Here's forklift certification. You can now use the forklift card. If you're awesome, draw the elusive forklift card. So it does nothing unless you're awesome, which is another status effect, which we'll get to later. Air. You can now breathe, adding 1 health every turn. Stops working if someone says your full legal name. So very overpowered if you're an enigma, a shadow in the society. You're a man with no name, no face. If you're a mystery. But I don't think anybody like that's going to be playing the game, so I think it's fine. Shopping trolley. Search the deck. If you have money, add 1 card into your hand. If you're broke, reorder the deck. Yep. A third hammer. Deal half a damage twice. Does an extra 4 quarter damage to evil person. You can tell what that means. I don't need to explain. Here's the final hammer. If you have all hammers, draw the Omega Hammer. Does 1 damage to evil person. And here's the Omega Hammer. Instantly deal 1 damage to no one except 1 player, and draw 5 cards, I guess, but only if you feel like it, but not if you're evil. So I think those are pretty simple, nothing too complicated with those cards. Here's the Spotify playlist. Get control of the orcs and play your Spotify playlist and play another card. If it plays Taylor Swift, instantly lose. Nothing against Taylor Swift, but I just thought that was funny, and loads of people listen to her, so I thought that would be a fun little rule. Game rules, make a new rule. I think you can have a lot of fun with this if you don't use it to win. If you don't use it to try and win, you can do some really stupid stuff with it, and I really like it. Here's the empty soup tin. It deals -1 damage, and you have to use this card right now. You can't use it on yourself, by the way. I thought I would add. Hold on, let me just check if my mic is still working. Yeah, okay, it's still working. We're fine. Okay, you have to use it right now though. You can't save it for later because you just save it forever because it heals people technically because it was -1 damage. So yeah, here's a half empty soup tin. Deal 0 damage, then go find an actual tin of soup. The game is paused until you do. And if you don't have soup in your house, you better go to the shop and buy one because you can't continue the game unless you have soup. Here's a full soup tin, and it restores health for as many cards as you have in your hand. It's a pretty nice, nice fun card. Quite overpowered if you have a lot of cards in your hand, but I just thought it was pretty nice. Here's a comically large spoon, by the way. You get only a spoonful of ice cream, and you deal 2 damage to the largest person. I mean, no shame to them, but like it's just the fun of the game, you know. If you go into this game knowing you're the largest person, you know you're gonna get hit by the comically large spoon. Like, I mean, I'm not to like body shame anybody or anything because like I'm quite a large person myself, so I feel like I'd be targeted with this more than anybody else. So anyway, here's only a spoonful of ice cream. You guys must have thought you had to go actually get a spoonful of ice cream considering the soup card, but no, it's a card, so don't worry about that. Draw cards until you have something you can eat, and then discard half your hand. I guess the something you can eat part is kind of debatable because you could technically eat anything. It's more like if you could eat it and live, I guess, but you know, it depends on who you're playing with. You can decide the rules. Here's a nail. Reveal this card and give it to someone. Every time somebody uses a hammer card, take 1 damage. So it's kind of like a curse. You're giving them a nail, and every time somebody around the table uses a tool, the person who holds the nail takes 1 damage. Yeah, and obviously you have to reveal it so everybody knows you have the nail, because you could just keep it and not tell anybody, and that would be cheating. So here's the 5th secret hammer. I shouldn't really talk about it. It's kind of a touchy subject. It's kind of secret, so I don't think I should yeah. Here's MC hammer. Play can't touch this and repeat until a hammer card is played. During this time, no one can be damaged. But if someone is evil, they can turn it off because that's something an evil person would do. Here's a neutron star. Deal damage equal to the amount of cards the enemy has. Fucking loser. Yeah, because obviously only a loser would get hit with a neutron star. Here's Dr. House. Not this one, but like it is that one though. I don't know why I put that there. I think I was more going off of like an actual house as in the building, but then I saw the house picture for Dr. House, and I thought that was way funnier, so I put it there. It restores all of your health, like back up to the maximum. Now, you can decide between like how much health you have at the beginning between like your table. It's not really like decided. You can like experiment with it, see which is better. I might add it to the rules, like a specific amount, but like you know, you can do whatever you want. Wall. Reduce damage by 1 for next attack that hits you. It is very hard and very durable. It's kind of like the coat but worse. I don't understand why a brick wall would be worse than a coat defensively, but it was like early in the morning and I was sleep deprived and I thought it'd be funny to make it worse than the coat. Here's beating people to death with hammers. You got to start a new game with 5 health. Only once that game has been completed, you may return to this game. The winner of that game draws a crown card. I think this is funny because you have to play an entirely different game of like different version of this game inside the game, and I thought that'd be just fun. It'd be funny. Somebody plays the card, you have to clear out the whole table, then restart the game, which is awesome. I think. Here's the crown. It's bragging rights. If you lose this game, discard this card and keep playing on 1 health. So it's basically like when you die, you just come back with 1 health. It's kind of overpowered, but like you only get it by winning. Winner of previous game starts with this card. Yeah. Also might I add that this card isn't in the deck usually. You can only get it by like doing the specific conditions, like winning a game or you know what I mean. Here's 5 minutes. Take a 5-minute break, but you must eat at least 1 can of Pringles in this time between the group. Failure to do this results in 1 random player having to finish the can by themselves. This doesn't really mean anything, but like I thought it would be funny for everybody trying to frantically share a can of Pringles between everybody. I just thought that was a funny image in my head, so I made it a card. If someone doesn't eat a single Pringle, they must buy the next can of Pringles. It just encourages everybody to get on the action. But like, if like for some reason you can't eat Pringles, I don't see why you wouldn't be able to. But there might be some reason that you won't be able to eat Pringles. Like eat Pringles, bro. I don't care. It's the sixth evil hammer. Here's how you get evil. It's evil and doesn't like you very much. You take 1 damage, but you put it back in the deck, and if you're depressed, you deal 1 extra damage. You're now evil. So it actually like if you're depressed, it makes you deal more damage to yourself, which I don't know if that would make your depression worse, but like I think it's funny, so I think it's okay. You're now evil, by the way. Here's metagaming. If you can perfectly recite what a card does, like the description, you. God damn it, man! I don't know why I did that again. This is extremely inconsistent. Anyway, yeah, if you become stinky, if you can if you perfectly recite what a card does and steal it, and draw it if no one has it. So yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on with my microphone, bro. It's kind of crazy. Here's the pointy back end of the hammer. It's better than the axe, but if you're evil, it's worse. This is up to interpretation, and I will not give you further explanation. Hacks. This was not my idea, by the way, so don't blame me for this. Steal while a player's gay porn. If they say they don't have any, take 3 damage in addition to how many gay people are currently playing. Um, Once stolen, make fun of them for having gay porn. They must play along, and you become fraud. Fraud is like another status effect. I made it after I finished all the cards because I thought it'd be funny. But yeah. I don't know why specifically it's gay porn, but you can change it out if you want. Here's gay porn. Here's the deck shuffler 9000. Immediately add all cards to the deck and shuffle once you get this card. Keep the not so secret 7th hammer at the bottom of the deck. We'll keep that for later. Here's nice. You get a nice biscuit. I'm gonna store 4 health counters. If you don't need the biscuit, nothing happens. I'm not forcing you to do anything you don't want to do. I'm a nice guy. By the way, it's not specifically a nice biscuit. You can just eat a nice biscuit. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be a nice biscuit. You know what I'm saying? So here's a very awesome stick. I don't personally know this man, but I found this image on Reddit, I think, and that stick is awesome. So if you're this guy, good, like, well done. Like, deals 2 damage and is pretty awesome, and so are you. I mean, it doesn't explicitly say you become awesome, but you do. That's just the rules. So yeah, here's the elusive forklift. Rearrange everyone however you want around the table, leaving their hands in their previous seats. So if you know that somebody's a pretty good hand, you can swap everybody around and like put you in their spot and take all their cards. Yeah, so that's pretty cool, you know? I'm tired, bro. I've been doing stuff. Anyway, here's card 67. This is the 67th card I made. Congratulations, you found it. You're now both evil and awesome. I think that's just a fun card. Here's Ginger Person. If another player is Ginger, give them this card. If you have this card, give 1 health to someone of your choice and clear next turn. The Ginger Person becomes stingy and evil and a fraud. Nothing against Ginger people. You know, like, I have, like, Ginger friends, you know. Like, I'm not Ginger racist. But, like, it's just funny. Sex. Here's a crunchy bar. It gives 5 health counters and is yummy. Like, I don't know what to say. It's a Cadbury crunchy bar. If you haven't had one of these, you're just kind of weird, isn't it? Here's belt. Deals 3 damage to the person who last play a card. Deals 1 more damage if your parents aren't together. Now, I'm not saying anything about the connection between belts and parents, but like, what the hell just happened? Did my mic turn off again? I heard a noise. Oh no, my mic's fine. What the hell? I just heard a noise in my head. What the hell did it do that? Oh, I think it might be low on battery. Hold on a second. Hold on, guys. Let's just plug this bad boy in, just in case that's why it keeps like disconnecting. Okay, we're fine now. Oh, what the hell? Hold on a second. Hold on just a second here. Why is it weird now? What the hell? Okay, never mind. Um, sure. Wait, when I plugged it in, the audio got a bit strange, but that's okay. It deals one more damage if your parents aren't together. I think I already said that, but I'm starting to lose track of what I said and what I haven't said. Hold on, let me check if my mic's working again. Hold on. Yeah, we're fine. Okay, it's whatever. Okay, here's the alarm clock. It's an alarm to go off in 15 minutes, and whoever's turn it is, when it goes off, has to discard their whole hand and draw 3 new cards. Which is, I don't know, I think that's a fun little gimmick, fun little mini game, I guess. But it's not really a mini game since you're doing stuff during it, but I don't know, who am I to judge, really, you know? Car keys, skip next player's turn. If combined with alcohol, take another turn. Now, for legal reasons, I'm not like saying that there's any connection between alcohol and car keys because I do not condone the use of both of them together. But that, yeah, his alcohol. Ignore one rule of the game. If someone added a new rule, you can change it, by the way. So this like completely count as the rule book. You become stinky though, but you also draw a bottle, which we'll get to later. Here's a crane. Choose someone who you think you could lift, and if you lift them for 30 seconds, you can steal 3 health counters from them. So I think it just encourages you to just choose the lightest person in the room. Hold on, let me check my mic's working. Hold on, let me check them. Okay, we're fine. Okay, we're good. Okay, yeah, it kind of just encourages you to choose like the lightest person. So like whatever. His first edition Charizard Pokemon card. Challenge someone to a duel. But it's not like a usual duel though. This duel contains both players trying to fill a Pokemon type matchup table, and the most correct spaces filled wins. I am going to beat you in this, by the way. I know all of them. Here's John. Don't worry about the image. It's not that specific, John. If you have a friend called John, you're now awesome. If you don't, you're now evil. Now, I don't think I personally have a friend named John. If I do have a friend named John and I've forgotten about you, my bad. But like, I don't think I do. No, I don't. I guess I'm evil. Here's Man. I think I think many of you know who Man is. If you don't, if you've been living under a rock. Okay, so he's Man. Instantly kill one person unless they've joined r/Batman Arkham or have played a Batman Arkham game. You must provide evidence. Here's a 50-kilogram bomb. Make everyone discard the whole hand. You just like nuke the table. It's kind of crazy. Okay, here's like my favorite one. I think it's my favorite one. No, actually, no, it's not. Here's the shark. Deals 2 damage. Deals 2 more damage if the player has a drink with them. Deals 2 more damage if the person has played Subnautica. Deals 2 more Hold on, let me check if my mic's working. Okay, we're good. It deals 2 more damage if they're wearing more than 2 layers, and it deals 2 more damage if played alongside Fish card. Here's Fish card. If someone says you know what that means, you can use this card out of turn, and it deals 4 damage to anyone wearing blue or orange, and it deals 1 damage to other people. Ugh. Oh, excuse me. We can put it alongside the shark card and Yu-Gi-Oh! Trap card. Activate this card when the next card is played. So you place it down, it doesn't do anything until the next person plays their card. Okay? So it does nothing. However, you must say you've activated my trap card really loudly, like really scream it. But then you explain your entire secret plan to win the game and destroy everyone. You become evil and stinky, by the way. But you know, like that's like a side effect. So here's Body Wash. It does 2 damage to all stinky people, and they're no longer stinky. That's awesome. Here's a shower. You can't become stinky if you have this card. It removes all stinky when played, and if used against a stinky person, they take damage equal to the amount of stinky they have. So I think that's pretty awesome. But the next card is even cooler because it's Fortnite Sting Bomb. Add 3 stinky to one person and 2 stinky to people there are next to. I must have been really tired when I wrote this. I would never make spelling mistakes. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly movie, you become awesome, evil, and stinky because that's like good, bad, and ugly. You must now start watching the movie. You can avoid this by using the bullet. I'm not saying you're killing yourself because I wouldn't kill myself if I had to watch this movie because it's like a good movie. but like you could shoot the movie, I guess. I don't know. I just picked a random card. Also, the bullet's kind of hard to get, so it'd be kind of like difficult to like turn it off. I think it's just like a nice little like background distraction. Like you start playing the movie, like everybody can like watch it, but like it's a distraction. But here's earplugs. Stop all background activities. This is like the movie. It's like the Spotify playlist. It's like the MC Hammer music. It's like you have to wear noise canceling headphones to your next turn, so you won't be able to hear like anything. It's crazy. Metal pipe. Play metal pipe sound effect at max volume once at any time you want after playing this. Must be through very loud speakers. If someone complains about this card, they take 3 damage. If someone laughs, you have good comedic timing and become awesome. Uh, yeah, and it does 2 damage, by the way, because I just thought I wanted it to be more useful. Here's ChatGPT. Ask ChatGPT to choose someone at the table to take 4 damage. Also, ask who's the most attractive. That person becomes awesome and loses Stinky. And if it doesn't want to do that, just I don't know, figure it out. Here's the pot. It's different to the clay pot, by the way. Take all counters from the middle, including the stinky ones. Okay, so this requires some like explanation here. When you take damage in the game, your health doesn't disappear. It goes into the middle, into the pot. You take double damage for the rest of the game because you're stealing all the counters from the pot, and you're getting like a bunch of health, but you're also getting a bunch of stinky. So here's paracetamol. Gain 5 health, take 5 damage, and become awesome. Gain 5 extra health if played with house. Hold on a second, let me check if my mic's working. Okay, it's working. Why does it keep turning off? That sucks. Gain 5 extra health if played with house. Hold on just a second here. It's at 100% charge. Why does it keep turning off? What the hell? Anyway, yeah. Basically, this card is pointless apart from the fact it gives you awesome, because if you play it with house, you're already getting max health anyway. Here's bottle, which you get for drawing alcohol, but you can also just pick it out of the deck normally. Deal 1 damage and you draw the broken bottle, and here's the broken bottle. It deals 2 damage and you draw the glass shard, and here's the glass shard, and you deal 3 damage and you become evil. So here's the hurt. Hold on, let me check if my mic's working. Yeah, okay, it's working. Put the hurt on him. All cards deal 1 extra damage, not including the ones that don't damage. Here's LeBron. He's the GOAT. You draw Sunshine. This was made ages ago, so the meme was more relevant then. It protects you from all damage until your next turn. Here's Sunshine. 3 damage to a stinky or evil person. It does nothing if Ballin is in play. Ballin is not a card. It doesn't exist. I just thought it would be funny to make a condition that just can't happen. Here's the steel chair. Oh, does 3 damage, instant KO if homeless. Now, I know it's very unlikely you're going to be playing with homeless people, but just know that if you are playing with homeless people, they will get instantly killed by this. I don't know why I have many cards targeting like certain groups, but like that's kind of bad, isn't it? I just realized how bad that is. Like I've already made it, so I'm not going to change it. Like it's too iconic at this point. It revives somebody if used with John Cena. If you choose, you can enter a wrestling match with a willing participant, and the winner draws 4 cards and loses cards their whole hand. Other players can bet health counters on who's going to win. That's quite cool. Here's John Cena. I don't know where he went. I swear I had a card description here. Anyway, here's Uno. Play a game of Uno, and depending on how well you did, take appropriate damage. The winner gets / steals the crown. So you know how you can like get points in Uno? Like if you play like Uno with points, that's how you calculate how much damage you take. So like play Uno good. Random playing card. Shuffle a deck of playing cards, pick the top card. Depending on how high the number is, gain half of that as health rounded up. Pretty simple. It's God. He also gives Sunshine. He punishes the evil people by dealing 3 damage and rewards the awesome people by making them draw a card. Now, I'm not religious, but I just think the concept of God is cool. But like, I don't think he's real anyway. Here's a card. Is it a card? It's a car. It does nothing unless you use the car keys, in which case number all players roll an appropriately sided dice and deal 5 damage wherever it lands on. If you've also played with alcohol, roll again, but you get a speeding ticket, and you lose money if you have any, because you get fined. Ugh. Hold on, I'm tired. I'm yawning. I'm like crazy. Oh my god. Ugh. I'm just gonna. I gave you time to sit on that one. Here's his speeding ticket. That's the parking ticket, but like, don't worry about that. The image is the parking ticket, but like, don't worry. This cannot be removed from your hand unless you use money, but like, you lose your money if you have any, so you have to find more to remove it. It takes up space, I guess, and while you have it, you have fraud. Okay, so here's shop. It's a Tesco. This card does nothing. However, if trolley, wallet, and money are all in play or have been played, an economy is established. So this is the economy I brushed upon like briefly earlier. So there's the economy. Here, we have a whole other slide here. This isn't a card. This is just the rules of the economy, which is funny because only the shop card can actually create the economy. So this is a very specific set of rules for a very conditional like thing that like doesn't even happen in most games. But anyway, let me read out the rules here. Players may now trade health tokens and cards until the game ends. You can have trade. This also applies to games within the game, Uno, and the game within the game. So, you know, if wallet is used again, it adds inflation, but not in the pyrocynical way. Um, Money is drawn every time every time you damage someone. Draw pile is turned into a market. You can choose which cards to purchase, and you lose if you run out of cards or money. You can sell cards back to the draw pile, and one player decided by dice roll, unless my friend Ewan is playing, then it's him. Is now the banker, and then he gets paid more money. If fraud, you can't buy cards or draw cards ever again. So don't be a fraud. Here's inflation. All cards cost more money to buy from the market by 1 money. Here's the police. They can confiscate the gun. If economy is in play, the gun owner pays a fine of 3 money. The user becomes a police officer and gets paid more, like 1 more money. Now, like the economy rules still aren't even like fleshed out like properly, but like I think the basics are set out, so I think it's fine. Here's pay to win. You can only get this card from the market once the economy is in play. It costs 30 money and instantly makes you win. So there's like an alternate ending here. Here's war. Everyone plays all cards they want to. Starting with the person who played this card. So you can just play all of your cards if you wanted to. It also just it destroys the economy, so no more economy. Here's the not so secret 7th hammer of the final day. It's always at the bottom of the deck. Activates hammer time. Now hammer time means you discard all cards but hammers. If you don't have a hammer, take 7 damage but draw a toy hammer. Hammers don't get discarded when used. The economy gets hammered. Everything is hammers. You are hammers. I am hammers. The earth is hammers. Here's the toy hammer. It deals 2 damage, but makes you take 1 damage. Here's the pain train. I'm pretty sure that image is AI generated. I think I might want to get rid of that. But like, this isn't the actual card, so I think it's fine. All aboard the pain train. Everyone takes 1 pain every round until 1 person dies, becoming evil and fraud. This wasn't my idea, because I wouldn't have thought of the pain train, because it's too funny for me to have thought of. Is the screen door zombie from Plants vs Zombies? He has a screen door. Protects you from pesky plants and other sources of damage, I guess. It blocks damage from blunt weapons and makes you draw brains. His brains is yummy. +1 intelligence in your current D&D campaign and financial knowledge. In your current and financial +1. I don't even know what I was talking about. What do you mean financial knowledge? I don't know. I'm like a different person when I made this game. Anyway, your DM becomes a banker in the economy unless Ewan is playing. Then it's still him. Here's the last card. It isn't really. Play this only when you have no other cards. Draw 6 cards. If discarded by anything, the game ends and you win. Oh, excuse me. Oh. However, you don't get the crown since this is a bullshit victory. You start the next game with Stinky. And if sold to the market, the game doesn't end and it cannot be purchased again. Hammer. Definitely a hammer. Does nothing, but it does count as a hammer. You fraud. Anyway, so that was the last one. So the last card wasn't actually the last card. It's this one. But like, I think it's nice to go full circle and end off with definitely a hammer. It yeah. This gives you four, by the way. Let me check if my mic's still working. Hold on. What? Oh, no, it is. We're fine. Okay, goodbye.